Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the National Sports Blender. Time to talk some hockey. I'm Chris Freud.
Ian Kropp.
Red Wings, Penguins from the Joe Game 1 Saturday. We are finally at the Stanley Cup Finals.
I'm glad one exciting team's in the finals. You know, I've been watching the Red Wings. I can't get excited about them at all.
It's because they're a good, sound, fundamental hockey team that's going to win this thing. But it should be a good. The good news for the NHL, and you know, we're both huge NHL fans. This is a series that's going to attract attention. This is not Anaheim versus Edmonton or Anaheim versus whoever, Ottawa. This is going to get some ratings in the United States.
Oh, it certainly will.
It's going to showcase the NHL stars. You know, it's going to be fun to see Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Nicholas Lidstrom, and Zetterberg.
Franzen's out for game one, so we'll see.
Game one, but they'll be back.
I mean, they've got so many tools. I mean, Detroit, you're forgetting, they have these guys like Kirk Maltby, like Darren McCarty.
Oh, that just made our old boss happy.
That have been around they've been around the block, they've been around the playoffs. It helps when you get to the finals.
Has been around the globe.
Oh my goodness. It helps. Osgood, a lot of the Pittsburgh guys are a little untested in the playoffs.
I do. Everyone, of course, is seeing Pittsburgh as the new dynasty rising. I do see this as the '83 Oilers parallel, where the Islanders have won 3 straight. Granted, Detroit hasn't won 3 straight, but Detroit is the established power.
Better on the block.
Gretzky and Messier and Curry coming up. And youth was not served the first time around. And I see Detroit taking this in 6 or 7.
Yeah, the one weakness I see on Pittsburgh is goaltending.
Yeah,
Fleury is good. He's not great. That's the problem.
Osgood, on the other hand, can give Red Wings fans some serious indigestion when it comes to the playoffs.
But, I think one thing about Pittsburgh that's interesting is their best player is Malkin. It's not Crosby. At least has been as of late. So, I mean, you've got a lot to deal with on the Pittsburgh team, but I think it's gonna go at least 6.
Okay, well, it's going to be fun. In the meantime, you had something about which to cheer. John Lester.
John Lester, congrats.
Wicked
piss, a no-hitter. Second no-hitter in a row that was by a Red Sox pitcher, Clay Buchholz, the first of the 2, in his second major league start. John Lester, who is a survivor of cancer, came back, pitched the game-winning the winning game in the World Series last year
against
5
the Rockies,
2/3 scoreless. Had a no-hitter. Good ups on him. I mean, you love to see good things happen to good people. So.
And speaking of good things happening to good people, the Giants took 2 out of 3 from the Rockies as the Rockies continue to sink further and further away.
Yes, neither of those teams have winning records.
It's actually very funny. If you looked up the ESPN Power Rankings, the bottom 3 in baseball are the Giants, the Rockies, and the Padres, 28, 29, 30.
Good ups
How about
on all
that
of
National
them.
League?
And they're all still in it.
The National League West. So, Buddy Lazier, Indy 500 weekend.
Yep, he made it. The bump day, he got back in, and this is the guy who, with a broken back, won in '96. So anything could happen if you're Buddy Lazier.
And anything usually does in the Indy 500, so we'll be watching that. And, hey, we're breaking into summer, so it's time to get into baseball mode. So
it is. But we've got a little more NBA. Hopefully it'll end short and sweet. It can't be 4 games because Boston's 1-1, but let's hope.
Okay, well, we can always dream. But for all things national and local, check out VailDaily.com. We'll see you next week on The Blender.
Bye, folks.